everyone, it is your girl Miss Tiana Nicole. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you for clicking on that link, and if you're a lovely subscriber, thanks for being here. If you would like to subscribe, see more of these videos. This is the first video of me doing something like this, but if you enjoyed it, please feel free to subscribe. Alright, that was cute. Let's get into the video. We're just going to be discussing this collection of scenes brought to us by self-made billionaire, black director, producer, and writer, also starring Medea, Mr. Tyler Perry. This movie called A Fall from Grace. Now, we've seen this movie being talked about all over our screens. It's getting the Bird Box effect where everyone's talking about it. There's plenty of memes on it. It's getting the buzz. It's getting the attention that it also desired. And the dude is winning, okay? Hate or no hate. Hate or no hate. Like, Tyler's paid from this production of scenes that people are calling a movie. But we're just going to discuss some things. Now, this might be a little bit of a spoiler. So if you have been putting it to the side to watch this stupid movie, it's the freaking movie. It is long. I think it's like 2 hours, and I was like, why is it 2 hours? And then I watched it, and I was like, why is it 2 hours? In the meantime, I will be doing my face because a nigga got somewhere to go. When I first saw the trailer for the movie, I immediately said, again, not only have we seen the black woman falling in love with the terrible man, not knowing he's a terrible man, and the terrible man being put her in a terrible situation in which she has to do terrible things, or she has to have terrible faith to get out of it, and the man will be dark-skinned. So there's that. So you watch the trailer, and I immediately go, you know, here we go again, because I see the plot, I see the lines, you see all your similar things, right? So I was like, I don't feel like watching this. And then y'all got on the Facebook, and y'all got on the Twitter, and some of y'all got on the Instagram, and we're talking about, oh, this movie, it has a twist. Tyler has matured, has done well. And I was like, are y'all sharing the freaking trailer? I could literally just hop to the end to see what happens, because it's not something to watch to know the storyline. They told the entire movie in the trailer. And it's stupid. Like, I don't want to watch something I already saw. I'm not going to say, like, everything that happened in the movie, because you see in the movie, so there's no need to recap everything. But we're going to touch on some things. So, when you start off the film, you have this white lady about to jump off the roof to commit suicide. Talking about, oh, all that money is gone. Her husband, this, that, and the third. And I thought this was the twist. Like, oh, a white woman in distress. Okay, is this the twist y'all talking about? You turn and you see the light-skinned man trying to help her down, and I go, this is the hero. Tyler always lets us know who the hero is by the light-skinned man. Light-skinned man will be the angel of the night. We've seen Tyler Perry. We know Tyler Perry, and we know Tyler Perry's writing. Nothing surprises us. This time, he got us a little bit, but nothing surprises us. We much have a story of a young lady who is a lawyer, prosecutor, whatever you want to call her, and she has this high-profile case of a woman murdering her husband, and she's trying to, and the lawyer sucks, of course, and it's pretty much her redemption to being better and living out her purpose. Meanwhile, another black lady who fell in love with the wrong man, as usual, who was trying to also have redemption for her own story. Whatever. I've already seen this. If you don't recall, Tyler Perry had a play called Hell Hath No Fury Than a Woman Scorned, or whatever the heck the title was. Only watched the play once because it was cringy. It was really cringy, just like the movie. Just like the movie. And so that's also what came to mind when I saw the trailer. Not only have we seen this before, but we literally have seen this before because you made a play of this and put it into movie form. Now, I would understand that because Tyler does usually do that. He takes his plays and puts them in production of movies or collection of scenes, as I would call this collection of scenes that we're talking about today. And, you know, for those of us who support the plays and watch the plays, or your daddy buys the plays and we watch them all together after church on Sunday, because it has some gospel singing in it, so it's clear. But for those of us who grew up on Tyler, like I grew up on Tyler Perry, so like I know, and that's the problem, like I know, and it's getting tired. But moving on, I knew what was coming, and the end was just different from the actual play. So it's like, okay, so that's what we decided to do. Up till the ending part, I already knew the story. It was predictable. Like, we knew it was going to happen, and I felt there was no need for the storytelling. Like, we don't need to know how she fell in love. Like, the montage of it was perfect because we really didn't need whole scenes of all of that. They jumped right to the point where her story, and I was like, okay, this makes sense because we don't need to hear it, we don't need to see it. You have your dark-skinned man who comes in, he's supposed to be the lover, but he is actually a terrible man. Of course, because we all know for Tyler's films, if you are dark-skinned, you are evil. Thank you for pushing colorism in the community, Tyler Perry. Fall in love, Grace and him fall in love. He's a terrible con artist type of man. He's been gypping her, he's been stealing from her behind the scenes, and then he get caught, and then he turns super evil, and he sleeps with other women, and he's calling other women, and he says ashtray bit, and he's just allowed. Tyler gave him a lot of lines to be absolutely disgusting, as if conning a woman is not disgusting enough. So we have to watch Grace cry and make this sound for every other line, and ooh, I don't know what kind of women he be around, or if he's lost in some of the lines in some of his shows, but I don't know anybody that's about to stay and let a man con her and stay in the house because she has nothing left to do. Sis, you get up out of there, go to your son's house or something, let him have the house. Like, that made no sense. I'm not doing that. And to make matters worse, like, shorty caught homie in bed with another woman, and she stays downstairs, and like I guess she listens to the whole thing until they're done. I'm like, yo, who's doing that? What black woman is doing that? Like, black women being written to do some weird things, because I don't care how heartbroken I am, I'm not staying for that. Like, make it make sense. And 1 second, Tyler, I don't think he knows or he is comfortable with writing love scenes. Because first of all, for Grace, you know, you got this lady riding the pipe like a horse, which I'm sure somebody's aunt was like, woo! Then you got this man naked on the bed while the other woman is completely dressed. So he does not show women in their nudity at all. But for men, this time we got to see a man in his bush. Like, what? Like, Tyler, like, you made it so there was hair from somebody's wig to go on that man's pelvis for bush. Like, I don't understand that. That was not necessary. That was disgusting. I was disturbed. And that's when I started hitting, you know, the 10-second thing to like, all right, we gotta push this. I don't want to see this. I'm over this scene. And then at that point, you know, he gets a monologue, which in Tyler Perry's movies, they always get the freaking monologue. Like, they get to have a long conversation about somebody. Either they're telling their story or they're bashing a black woman. And in this case, they were bashing a black woman. So he's just talking trash about Grace. Grace is listening until she gets fed up and hits him with a bat. But the scene was entirely too long. Like, all right, cut it. She thought she killed him. She gets back to the house and he's gone or whatever. I mean, all this you can see in the trailer. Like, this isn't spoiler at all. You saw it in the trailer. And then after that, so you have the lawyer. She's like, oh, I want to rescue you. I want to help, blah, blah, blah. And then finally we get to some court scenes, which I thought were pretty bad. Cringy. I don't know. I feel like they could have resolved everything a little bit different, but we had to do the twist reveal, and the twist reveal happened in the court scenes. So the big twist is that Sarah, Grace's best friend, is actually in cahoots with the young man that Grace was conned by. They both conned her together because that's something they've been doing for years. And questions rise, like, one, and I took it that this lawyer was absolute trash because Sarah had said that she went to an art show to meet the man, and then Grace literally said that Sarah told her to go to that art show. So my question would be, so Sarah, how did you know about this art show? She would have connected the dots and realized, oh, this is this artist. Oh, this artist has gone missing. Oh, like a bunch of things that no one connected, but I guess that's because she was a trash lawyer, so I guess. Court scenes that Grace sees, like, the necklace that the con artist, his name was Shannon, which would have been another red flag, but okay. The con artist had on, and Sarah had it on, and my thing is, like, if you're best friends, how do you not know somebody has a son? Like, what? Like, are y'all really best friends then? Like, and everybody's like, oh, you never know your best friend. Like, if I don't know your family, then we're not friends, but whatever. But, anywho, so yeah, she finds out, then she goes back to the house in which Cicely Tyson is being held there, and then she's like, I want to go back to my house, it's crazy here, somebody killed themselves, they're downstairs, ba-ba-da-ba-doo, and then the lawyer finds a bunch of ladies downstairs being held captive. It looked like a sex trade for a second, and I got really disturbed. I was like, okay, Tyler, whoa, you're going way off the tracks here. All right, like, there's a twist, but then there's like a twist, like, my guy. But they were just being held in captivity because for their social security, and so that they could, like, they're just conning all these women and holding them so they can take their monies and stuff like that. So the lawyer sees this, and she ends up getting caught, and she's being held, and then the superhero boyfriend gets the call and, like, rescues the lady, and then we found out the whole story, that they've been doing this for like 20 years, 25 years or so, holding these women captive, getting their money, conning or whatever. So I don't know if Grace was supposed to be the last hit or what, if they've been planning this or whatever. Also, in the movie, you can see the con artist going to the office, taking pictures while her computer was open. Like, a lot of things, I see that. I think Tyler tried to make this movie so that you could go back and, like, catch things and be like, oh, like a Jordan Peele thing, but that was not the situation. But that's pretty much in the movie, and then they find that out, but Sarah is still on the run. So at the end, Grace is like, they're saying, how does it feel that this is finally over? So she goes, it ain't over. And so I'm like, oh, there's supposed to be a part 2. Ooh, with just Sarah. What will Claire Huxtable do next? Because I had seen this whole entire scenario in a play already, it's tiring. And it didn't have the same name, so I thought this would be something different. But literally, his play had the same scenario as this. And it's like, he made a post a couple of months ago showing that he had the writing to all his shows, all his movies, all his productions, all his streaming productions done. And he wrote them himself. And I don't know if he said how long it took it, but he wrote it all himself. And he says, work harder, this, that, and the third. And my thing is, quality over quantity. It's the same story every single time, from play to movie to show. Pretty sure his podcast would be freaking based off a conversation in one of his productions. Like, I'm over it. The Medea things, they got worse and worse and worse down the line. It was weird. And then here we are, we're at this point. Acrimony, I didn't even see that because it looked stupid to me, and from what women told me, it was stupid. And yes, I said women because that's my next point. You're doing all this writing, you're telling the same story, and I get it, Tyler loves him some black women, but why do we keep writing black women in this light? where they have great faith, but they find the wrong men to love all the time. All the time. Like, that's our only story. Like, dude, why is it that you advocate for black women so hard, but you're writing for black women characters? You're still showing us in your light. And even though you get to put on a dress, you're not a black woman. Even though you grew up with one, and I don't know if you've ever felt like one, or you've been, you know, freaking compared as one. Whatever your story is, you are not. And some of these stories are like, we're just the same woman, and it's concerning, and I don't like it. I haven't watched his production called Sisters because they're supposed to be my age, and I don't want to know how he writes the age of my character. My thing is like, if you're an advocate for black women, why don't you have black women writers to write for themselves? Or why don't you have a writer's room? And we can tell he writes for himself because it's been the same story for years, and it's getting tired. And at this point, I'm just super tired of the productions. Like, I'm over it. I'm not impressed. And he's a billionaire now, so it's like, do you not have access to this stuff though, even though you got coin? Or is it that you want to continue to just do things yourself? Which is valid, because I get that. You've been doing something by yourself all these years. Like, I don't want to start sharing that now. I get it. And I know you guys are looking at my contour like, Tiana, that's pretty harsh. Mind your business. I'm blending. As someone who has seen this story before, I want fresh. Give me something fresh. Give me something new. Give me something. Like, I'm over this story. I really am. So, I don't know. That's my opinion from A Fall from Grace. It's not something I would watch twice. Only watch it twice so I can give like a really good maybe review / opinion about this movie. But mostly my issue is just I'm tired of Tyler telling the same story over and over again. I really am. From someone who has watched someone who has grown up watching your stories, watching your productions, loving some, hating some. Like, I love Tyler's plays, I'll tell you that. The songs, I skip through those. You already know what it is. Some of them, not all of them. Some of them are like iconic, like I have to sing the song. Write that check! And I hope he gets to the point where he's like, I'm old, I'm tired, I don't really have any freshness. Let's get some young people in here. Let's get some young people a writing job. Let's let these black people have a platform with me. Not just the freaking actors, dude. Like, there's whole teams. And I know he has like whole teams for executive this, somebody do that, this, third, and the other, which is great. But we need something fresh, dude. We really do. And this is coming from someone who actually like loves the guy. Like, I don't despise Tyler, even though I'm tired of the colorism when it comes to the men, and I'm tired of the black women, having great faith but terrible relationships. Like, make it make sense, dude. Give me a new story. Alright guys, this is my finished face. I just threw on my Glam Unlimited Lashes in Flawless and put some lip liner and lip gloss on. That's really all I did. But that's not the point of this video. So y'all just saw a casual beat. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in some comments below if you liked the movie, or if you hated the movie, or if you're kind of in between. And let me know below if you agree with Tyler letting some black women write for, I don't know, black women. But we'll see if he progresses, or if I see another production is the same story, I quit. But we're gonna give it one more chance. We're gonna give it one more try. Yeah. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.